Hello and welcome to this screencast where I'm going to demonstrate how you would add a featured project on the HiER site. Okay, so again, the first thing you want to do is make sure you're logged in and that you're logged in with system administrator privileges. And then you would go and navigate to the contribute section here and create content. And below here there should be featured project, if you have the appropriate privileges. Okay, and to just show you, here is a sample featured project, and we have the image, the body, and the title. And that's really all there is to this content type. So I'm going to type in sample featured project title, and we will browse our file system to identify an image to go with our featured project here. Let's pick this one just for the purposes of illustration and upload. Okay, so there it is. And we have this interactive cropping tool to show you how the image is going to appear on the home page. And as you can see, this works with sort of an elastic band window tool here, and you can move it around. You're seeing the preview of the image in the top window there. You can see, and you can zoom out and in and so on. And just by grabbing these handles here, you're able to resize this window. Okay, so for now, I guess I'm pretty happy with that. You want to make sure too that the source image isn't too low resolution, or the image will be actually upscaled to fit the dimensions for the home page. And this is all so that everything appears nice and uniform on the site. If it's too low resolution, these pixels are going to be blown up and it'll end up looking kind of chunky. So you want to make sure that when you solicit images for the featured project or source them, that they're of appropriate resolution. Okay, now we need some text, and this would be, you know, all the story really around our featured project, but I'm just going to, for the sake of illustration, copy some lorem ipsum text here on our little lorem ipsum generator. I did a Command C to copy that, and you could copy from an external source as well if you wanted to. Command V to paste, or that's a Control C to copy and a Control V to paste on a PC. Okay, so here we are. We've got our description. For the featured project, we've got an image that we've sourced, and we have our sampled featured project title. And now we're ready to go ahead and save. We can publish here right away or not. I'm not going to. We ensure that the language selection is correct here, in this case English. We'll default to whatever language the site is currently displaying. So if we had been viewing the French version of the site, this would be populated with French, but since we're using the English version of the site, this is English. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and save this now. And there it is, our featured project. Okay, now we can go in and we can edit here, we can translate, we can do all the usual things here that we can do with content. And then something else to notice is this node queue, and it is added automatically, as you can see, to the node queue of featured projects. And we can remove this from the node queue if we don't want it to show up on the home page, or have it be part of the pool from which featured projects are randomly selected. So we can remove it and then it won't show up on the home page, or we can add it to the queue and it will be part of the pool. Okay, so if we navigate to the home page, we notice it's not there, but we can reload, 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 and we just keep loading. As you can see, this demonstrates the random nature of the featured project pool, in that it's going to take a while for us to hit our new one. You know, it's just pulling them at random from this pool. So you may have to be patient to to see it show up. And I'm just hitting reload, reload, reload. We haven't seen it show up yet, which is actually making me wonder. So another thing that we can do is we can, to confirm that it's in the node queue, we can go to Content Management here, Node Queue, and List. And this will give us a list of the node queues on the site. And we've got them for blog, deadlines, events, featured members, featured projects, news, and podcasts and videos. Okay, but what we're interested in here is the featured projects node queue. So let's just take a view of that. And let's make sure that our project is in there. Yeah, there's our sampled featured project title. But I know what's wrong. What's wrong is that we haven't yet published our featured project. So it's not showing up on the home page because we haven't published it yet. And if we go and edit it here, we'll see it's unpublished. So that's why it hasn't been showing up. Okay. So how do we go ahead and publish it? Well, we could do that here. We could tick this and then save our update to this. Or we can go into Content Management, Content List, and list all of our content, and the most recently authored item will always be on the top here, as is our sample featured project here. If you don't see it here readily, we can make use of this filter tool here, which is very handy. We can restrict our listing to type and select featured project and status to not published and go ahead and filter. And oh, actually we have to add these filters one at a time. Featured project, refine. There we go. So now we are listing only things that are status, not published, and the type is featured project. Okay, so here we can see that it isn't published, and we can just tick that and then choose an update option of publish and then update it, and now it's published. And of course it's no longer appearing in our listing. So if we want to view all the content and you navigate to this content listing and you notice that there's a filter here already, you will have to reset now to list all the content again. And there's all our content. So now if we navigate back to the home page and we do our little reloading trick, we ought to eventually see our leopard show up there, and there it is. Okay, and if we click through, there's our sampled featured project. Okay, well, that's really all there is to creating a featured project, ensuring it's in the pool to be displayed on the home page, ensuring it's published. And so if you wanted to remove it from the pool that gets selected for display on the home page, you would have to remove it from the node queue. So again, node queue list over here, and featured projects, and you can view the featured projects queue, and then you can remove it here, which I can go ahead and do. And then you'll notice this says changes made in this table will not be saved until the form is submitted. So that means that you have to now save those changes. Okay, and now it's been removed from the queue. Okay, and then if we change our mind and we want to display it again, we go into this Content Management, Content List, and we would select it again here. And we could go into Node Queue, and then we could just go ahead and add it to the queue again. And now it's in the queue. And if we go back to the home page and we reload, we will see our leopard show up eventually. We just need to be patient. Oh, actually, in fact, one thing that we'd want to make sure, so let's go back into content list. Okay, it is still published. So I guess we're just experiencing the joy of randomness here. We just have to be patient and keep reloading and keep reloading until our little leopard gets selected. There it is. Okay, so that's really all there is to adding a featured project. And that ends the screencast. Thanks for listening.